Hello and welcome to Mosport International Speedway Thunder, and let me tell you, we have an action-packed night for you because the field is just full of cars. The Thunder cars will start off 14 heats tonight, and we'll be right back to the race action in just a moment. A word from our sponsors first on Mosport International Speedway Thunder. Program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.
Get a clear view of the auto racing world. Subscribe to Performance Racing News. Each issue contains articles from international road racing to your local racing heroes. For a trial issue, call toll-free 1-800-667-7223.
The first of our Thundercar features underway here at Mosport International Speedway. Leading right off the bat is Don Andrews from Port Hope, the Pinecrest Video and Hutchins Cylinder Head sponsored number 27 car down the front straightaway. Crosses the line and puts lap number 5 in the books. 5 laps have been completed. The first heat race of our Saturday evening here at Mosport International Speedway. A great battle in second place now as Dominic Galli has carved his way through the field. Now runs in second spot. The Dom's Auto Service number 7 machine out of North York runs in second, right in behind the Don Andrews car down the front straightaway. The battle for third now includes Joe Anderson, the 00 car, and Rob LeBlanc, who steals the third spot down the front straightaway at the stripe. Rob LeBlanc was running in third spot on the last lap. 2 flags come up, and it signifies 2 laps remain as the 27 car of Don Andrews slides high in turn number 2 and gives away first spot. Now running out front all by himself is Dominic Galli. Dominic Galli runs out front. The balance of the cars in behind. We've got a great battle for second spot. The white flag, 1 lap to go. The first heat race of the evening as Mosport International Speedway Thunder is underway. It's a sunny, warm, and humid night here at Mosport International Speedway. We've had some thunderclouds around the area, but so far, nothing really threatening. We had some rain earlier on today. There's some puddles to the infield, but the track's in great shape. Coming down through corner number 4, carving his way through the field, and will take the checkered flag for the win. The first winner of the night is Dominic Galli from North York. Racing to second place is Joe Anderson, and in third will be Rob LeBlanc. Rob LeBlanc holds on for third from Pontypool in the Canadian Tire and Snap-on Tools sponsored 03 car. After a promising start, Don Andrews from Port Hope has to settle for, I believe, a 5th place finish. Don Andrews got a jump on the balance of the field at the exit of corner number 4 just before the green flag. I think he saw the green before anybody else did and led the field into turn number 1, but couldn't hold on for the victory tonight. Dominic Galli from North York in the Dom's Auto Service, Artisan Woodcraft, Art Shack, and Pizza Pino, number 7 auto recycler sponsored car. Dominic Galli stops, picks up the checkered flag, and goes for a victory lap here at Mosport. We'll be back with more action from Mosport International Speedway. Heat race number 2 in just a moment.
Partial funding of this program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.
Get a clear view of the auto racing world. Subscribe to Performance Racing News. Each issue contains articles from international road racing to your local racing heroes. For a trial issue, call toll-free 1-800-667-7223.
The white flag comes on as we get ready for heat number 2 here at Mosport International Speedway tonight. The late models are going for another warm-up lap behind our Chevy Camaro pace car. Lining up on the pole in the car number 2 tonight is Dwight Brown from Willowdale and the Kendall Oil NGK Spark Plug. First class engraving and Texas truck exhaust sponsored number 2 machine. The 22 car actually on the front of the row here. Car number 22 is Mike Frederick. Graham Brown, of course, in the 23 machine, and Rob Milway, the 22 car with the black nose on the front of this one. The green flag comes down and we're racing at Mosport International Speedway. Rob Milway is our race leader into corner number 2 now. Right in behind in car number 89 is Reno Montanari from Uxbridge. Beside Reno, the 62 machine is Bob Oppersma running in 3rd spot. Rod Sauter, the 46 car, falls in behind in 4th place. The battle for 5th in behind down the front straightaway. We've got cars into the wall. Car number 38 has taken out the wall. The 90 machine clips him and goes down the front straightaway with some broken suspension on the right side. The 38 machine is stopped almost in front of the flag stand here at Mosport International Speedway as a couple of cars come together doing battle for the 5th place on the racetrack. Terry Robichaud's machine from Oshawa has come to a halt right on the front straightaway. The safety vehicle and crew are there almost immediately. Terry is out of the car. He's okay. The machine, though, has suffered some front suspension damage, and he's not the only one. I believe the 90 car involved as well. Doug Shaquille from Coldwater, the D&D Leasing and Warren's racing engine machine, I think is retiring. He's just pulling the car in along the back straightaway. The 90 car has been damaged in this altercation as well. The 38 machine of Terry Robichaud, though, suffering the most damage, comes to a halt on the front straightaway. As that car came to a stop, the 90 machine just clipped the back of it, and I believe he has done some damage to the front suspension as the 90 machine just comes into the pits along the back straightaway. The race leader, though, Rob Milway, car number 22. The safety crews are here. We've got tow machinery on the way. The race order, Rob Milway, Reno Montanari, Bob Oppersma, Rod Sauter, Dwight Brown, and the red car number 2 machine will line up in 5th spot.
Dominic Alley joins me. Congratulations from the heat win. The Thunder cars started off the night, and you are set further back in the field there for that heat, and congratulations with the win.
Well, thank you very much. I started farther back, but managed to get up to the front. You know, the car wasn't handling 100%, but I still managed to get up there.
How's the track conditions? You guys were the first out tonight.
It's a bit slippery in the corners, so I got to kind of watch it a bit.
Well, congratulations on the heat win, and the feature's not too far away.
Thanks a lot. I'm going to try and get up to the feature and see what happens.
Okay. That's Dominic Galley. Now we'll go back to Jim with some more of the race action.
Terry Robichaud's machine on the hook. The all-city towing machine already on the front straightaway, and as soon as they get that car straightened away, I don't think there's any fluid on the racetrack to be taken care of, which usually is the biggest cause of delays. When there's fluid on the racetrack, they have to lay down some speedy dry type material to absorb it and hopefully keep the racetrack as sticky as they possibly can. The Terry Robichaud machine, though, with a great deal of damage to the fiberglass as he had some contact first with another one of the cars out on the racetrack and then with the concrete to the outside of our front straightaway. Terry from Whitby is going to be pretty disappointed at this one. Terry Robichaud currently sitting in 2nd place in the point standings with 398, which is only 24 points behind the red number 2 machine of Dwight Brown we spoke of earlier. Dwight Brown's number 2 machine is still well back in the pack for this particular contest. He'll be starting this one in 5th place as the cars just come down the front straightaway again. Terry Robichaud's machine has been taken care of. It's into the pits. The safety crew is off the racetrack. Momentarily, we'll be lining them up and getting them all set to go green flag racing once again here at Mosport International Speedway. While we do have a moment, we'd like to acknowledge some of the folks who have come aboard to make tonight's broadcast possible. We'd like to encourage everybody to keep an eye out for Mosport International Speedway Thunder on your local Community 10 outlets. We'd like to thank for tonight's broadcast the people from Performance Racing News, North America's Motorsport Authority, for coming aboard to help make tonight's telecast possible, as well as the people from Transport, Joe Millett and Company, one of the racers here at Mosport International Speedway, helping to encourage people to come out and make Mosport International Speedway a regular Saturday night stop. Down the front straightaway once again, as I believe everybody is in the correct order. I Frederick will go up one notch, and that's about the only change we needed to make here. The race order when we get things underway once again. Rob Milwain in 22. The 62 of Bob Oppersma. Reno Montanari will start third. The 75 machine will be next in that order. Rudy Oppersma from Whitby, the Ajax Muffler sponsor car. Right in behind Rudy. Car number 46 is the Rod Sutter machine from Port Perry. Right behind Rod in car number 22 is Mike Frederick, the Phoenix Car and Truck Rebel sponsored number 22 machine. In behind Mike will be the current point leader in the late model standings. Dwight Brown's car will line up behind Rod Sutter. The cars come to a halt along the front straightaway as we get everybody straightened around for the start. We'll be lining them up and going racing momentarily here at Mosport.
Bucket truck and scaffold equipment for this production has been furnished by Northern Truck Equipment. Located in Whitby, Northern Truck Equipment has a wide selection of trucks and lifts. For more information, call Terry Robichaux at 723-4877. Northern Truck Equipment.
The cars race down the front straightaway as we get this one underway once again. Out front, Rob Milwain, the 22 machine, takes the lead into corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Robichaux, Reno Montanari. Bob Oppersma runs in third. Rod Sutter is fourth. Fifth place now belongs to the 75. Rudy Oppersma from Whitby immediately in behind, rounding up the top 5. And then beside him now runs the 43 of Don Biederman. Biederman from Meaford, a newcomer to Mosport International Speedway, finds himself in fifth place on the racetrack as he gets used to the long straightaways and the relatively tight corners on the half-mile paved oval here at Mosport. Out front, it's still Rob Milwain. Down the front straightaway, sliding out of corner number 4 is the 89 of Reno Montanari, trying to catch up. Bob Oppersma continues in third place. Rod Sutter in fourth. Fifth is Don Biederman, as I mentioned. Dwight Brown, the current points leader in the late models, runs in sixth place overall. Down the front straightaway, Rob Milwain, the race leader, with a bit of a challenge in behind. Reno Montanari won one of these races in yesterday's action, and he is once again challenging the race leader at the present time into corner number 3 once again. Reno Montanari, the white car, the 89 machine, immediately behind Rob Milwain's 22 down the front straightaway. 4 laps have been completed of our 10-lap lead for the late models here at Mosport International Speedway. Down to the low side, Reno Montanari tries for every advantage he can find. Rob Milwain, though, able to pull away from him down the straightaway. Montanari looks to be a little bit quicker into turn number 3. The cars do everything except touch in turn number 4. It's still Milwain and Montanari. A great battle out front. Another great battle developing for the 4th spot on the racetrack. Don Biederman right in front of Rod Sutter. Sutter, of course, right in front of the red number 2 machine of the points leader. Dwight Brown trying to hold on to the top 6. As Milwain and Montanari cross the start-finish line once again. Down the back straightaway, the 89 machine loses a car length or 2 and then closes it up into turn number 3. Rob Milwain still the race leader. Montanari letting the car drift a little bit through turn number 4, trying to hold on to as much speed as he can. Trying to catch up to the red 22 machine out front. All by himself and looking really comfortable in the third spot right now is the 62 Bob Oppersma from Oshawa and the Ajax Red Muffler and Oshawa Direct Roofing sponsor car. Very comfortable in third spot, has himself about a 7 or 8 car length gap over Don Biederman, who runs in fourth spot on the racetrack. 8 laps have been completed now. There are 2 laps remaining. The 2-lap remaining sign given to the drivers as they cross the start-finish line here on the front straightaway. Darren Maroney in car number 5 continues to have problems, ducks into the pits once again, gets out of the way of the race leaders. The white flag now, 1 lap to go for Rob Milway. There's 1 lap. Can Reno Montanari find a way around him? He's only got 2 corners left at the exit of turn number 2. There's a car length and a half, 2 car lengths now down the back straightaway. Milway and Montanari closes it down to about a car length now onto the front straightaway. He's not going to be able to get around him. Rob Milway's our race winner. Reno Montanari does everything he can to get around the red car, but can't do it. Has to settle for 2nd place. 3rd goes to Bob Oppersma. 4th, Don Biederman. 5th place, Rod Sauter, and Dwight Brown holds on to round out the top 6 here at Mosport. The late model heat for their first appearance at Mosport International Speedway tonight is in the record books. The street stocks will be up in just a moment.
Partial funding of this program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.
Get a clear view of the auto racing world. Subscribe to Performance Racing News. Each issue contains articles from international road racing to your local racing heroes. For a trial issue, call toll-free 1-800-667-7223.
We're ready to go racing once again here at Mosport International Speedway just north of Bowmanville. The street stock heat number 1 on the racetrack. Starting on the pole for this heat is John Newman from Pickering in the Newman Racing Product PS Auto Wrecker and Sierra Concrete Fasting Systems car. Down the front straightaway, the 77 machine takes the lead. We're underway here at Mosport. John Newman leads the crowd into turn number 1 for the first time. Ken Gibbs, the 02 machine, is right in beside him. Duke Paul runs in 3rd. The purple 65 car in 3rd place. Royce Jones in 4th. The white machine looks to take over 3rd and does so. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3. John Newman and Ken Gibbs are running side by side, but only momentarily into 4. Newman takes over first spot. Gibbs falls to 2nd. Duke Paul is going to give him a run down the straightaway. Royce Jones trying to get in between the 2 and make it 3 abreast into turn 1, but doesn't do it. Gibbs slides to the high side through 1 and 2 and gives up the spot, challenging for first once again. The 02 machine of Ken Gibbs from Markin, the Buckaroo Towing and Triple M Bookkeeping Services car, still challenging as we have cars making contact in 3. Andy Warbutton and Duke Paul come together in the middle of the pack. The 24 and 65 cars have a little fender bending to do. Now a new race leader at the exit of turn number 1. Ken Gibbs slides high. John Newman runs 2nd, but it's Royce Jones, the white number 10 machine, out front. Andy Warbutton runs strongly down the back straightaway and takes over 2nd spot. In beside him, the 27 car is Joe Bavacqua. Joe Bavacqua from Toronto, the B&B O'Connor Automotive Services car, running strong as well. Now finds himself in 3rd spot, out on the heels of the number 24 machine. Gives him a little tap almost. That's what it looks like in turn number 1. It doesn't do anything except give Andy Warbutton a little bit of running room between himself and Joe Bavacqua, though, down the back straightaway. Royce Jones, the race leader. Andy Warbutton runs in 2nd place. Bavacqua runs in 3rd. 4th now, the 71 of Derek Henderson from Oshawa. Henderson locks up a wheel into turn number 1, but holds on to 4th place. The battle for 5th, John Newman and Duke Paul run side by side momentarily. Duke Paul with a slight advantage over Newman down the back straightaway, now runs in 5th place on the racetrack. John Newman runs in 6th. Down the front straight once again. The cross flags indicate the halfway mark. 5 laps have been completed for the street stock heat number 1 here at Mosport tonight. The front 4 cars running almost equidistant apart. About 2 car lengths now separates 1st and 2nd. It expands to about 4 between the 2nd place Andy Warbutton and Joe Bavacqua. Possibly 2 more car lengths back now to Derek Henderson's green and black 71 machine down the straightaway. Into turn number 1, Royce Jones and and Andy Warburton are going to have a real battle on their hands before this one's over. Andy Warburton looks to be just a little bit quicker than the white number 10 machine in front of him. Down the back straightaway, he looks to the inside, but there's no running room this lap. There's still a little ways to go. Royce Jones from Fraserville, our race leader, at the exit of turn number 4, holds less than a car length lead. And he gives him a little tap down the straightaway. Andy Warburton and Royce Jones both driving in a straight line come together. Usually if there's any paint traded here at Mosport, it's in corners. Not the case going into turn number 1 that time. Into 3 at the far side of the racetrack. Andy Warburton takes over first place. Royce Jones gives him a little tap from behind and returns the favor. Andy Warburton, Phoenix Car and Truck Rentals car, is our race leader. Royce Jones runs in second spot. Third spot and quite a ways behind is Joe Babacco. Derek Henderson runs in fourth, and fifth place now is Duke Paul. Andy Warburton currently first place in the standings with 766 coming into tonight's action here at Mosport. Is the race leader and looking to expand on his point lead. The white flag comes out for Andy. Royce Jones continues to dog the red 24 machine through corner number 2. John Newman, who ran fairly strongly in the early going, is in the pits in the 77 car. He'll retire before this one's done. The far end of the racetrack now, Andy Warburton, Royce Jones, and Joe Bavacqua. Now onto the front straightaway. The race leader for the last couple laps and the race winner now. Andy Warburton. Royce Jones will finish second. Third will go to Joe Bavacqua. Fourth to Derek Henderson. Rounding up the top 5 is the 65 of Duke Paul. Royce Jones and Andy Warburton have a few words in corner number 2. Perhaps some congratulations. Perhaps a little discussion about trading paint in the corners. Nonetheless, an exciting race here at Mosport International Speedway. The 24 machine comes around corner number 4 and will pick up the checkered flag to go for a victory lap. Andy Warburton in the Al King used car and Phoenix Car and Truck Rental machine into turn number 1 goes for a victory lap at Mosport.
Joining me now from the second race, the Mosport late models. Congratulations, Rob Milwain.
Thank you very much. It was an interesting race, the first one of the year. It's really good to have it at Mosport, a new car. Finally, we won one. That's about all I can really say as far as the car. It worked really well. We started on the pole. That really helped out. I mean, when you don't have to pass 10 guys, it makes it a lot easier for you.
The sponsors that brought you out here tonight?
Yes, Sony Lipton Electronic out of Newmarket, Ontario. They've really helped us out. As far as the sponsorship, maybe into the future they're talking more. Let's hope for the best.
Well, congratulations on the heat win.
Thank you very much.
That's Rob Milwain from the second race. Now we'll go to Jim Martin as the race action continues out on the track.
Andy Warburton brings the car into the pits at the backside of the racetrack as we get ready for the next heat here at Mosport International Speedway. We'll be back in a moment with the street stock heat number 1. We're ready for the second of our Thunder car heats here at Mosport International Speedway. Our Chevy Camaro Z28 pace car has ducked into the pits along the back straightaway. The white flag being shown to the drivers at the top of the wall into turn number 3 now. Out front for the start will be Dave Crowther from Ajax and the Ajax machine, L&M Auto Collision and Goddard Racing number 32 machine. The blue and with the green stripe number 32 car will be on the pole and leads them into turn number 1. Down the front straightaway, he's got a big challenge already, though. The 64 of John Schill to the outside, and in between the two is the 91 of Robin McNevin. McNevin gets squeezed out a little bit. Dave Crowther is our race leader in beside everybody else. Battling for second place, Matthew Litchford from Oshawa gets squeezed out now into turn number 3. Matthew Litchford falls back to 4th place. Robin McNevin now runs in second. John Schill slides the car around in turn number 4. Dave Crowther, though, will lead lap number 1. Still the cars. 3 arrested to turn number 1. John Schill in between Matthew Luchford, who takes over the 3rd spot. Vic Manette in the number 4 car. There's a story behind that one we'll get into a little bit later on. Runs in 6th place out on the racetrack, and in between the 66 is Terry Shaw from West Hill. Shaw and Manette run side by side through turn number 4. Dave Crowther's our race leader, Robin McNevin, and Vic Manette gets into the wall and then gets into the 21 of Rob Fulton from Oshawa. Well, I was going to say that you may see a lot of the number 4 car, but you may not if it keeps going at that rate. Vic Manette touched the wall at the exit of turn number 4 and got into the side of Rob Fulton's 21 car. Rob slows down the back straightaway, and I believe he may have a tire going down to the 21 machine. Dave Crowther is our race leader. He crosses the stripe. Robin McNevin, Matthew Luchford, Terry Shaw, and the 94 is next in the list. Jamie Keeler from Kennington in the Peter Sunoco car. Rob Fulton with a tire going down the 21 machine. He is into the pits now after the altercation with Vic Manette on the front straightaway. The number 4 machine we'll probably see a lot of as Vic Manette is sharing his car with his son Richie. Richie Manette usually runs the number 5 machine in this class. And unfortunately, Richie had a motor let go in practice today. Richie won't be driving his car, but will be driving his dad's. Dave Crowther, our race leader. Still Matthew Lutz for the 56 car runs in 2nd place. A battle for 3rd, though, between the 94 of Jamie Keeler. They dive into corner number 3 now. In beside him, the 91 of Robin McNevin out of Oshawa. Just in behind Terry Shaw with a good view of that battle, too. Terry Shaw tries to take over a spot in there. 5 laps have been completed now. There are 3 to go as far as the second heat for the Thunder cars here at Mosport International Speedway tonight. Running all by himself into turn number 3, the 32 of Dave Crowther. He's driven an excellent race tonight. Right off the bat, stole the lead and has run away with it so far. Jamie Keeler slides a 94 car around through turn number 4. Keeps it off the wall, though. Does a nice job there. Terry Shaw drives up in beside him into turn number 1 and can't quite make the pass. Terry Shaw. Jamie Keeler just out front. Robin McNevin trying to take some advantage of Terry Shaw down the back straightaway. Gets a 91 machine up beside the 66 car. Down the front straightaway this time. The white flag comes on. 1 lap to go for Dave Crowther. Matthew Luchford runs 2nd. Jamie Keeler is 3rd. Robin McNevin and Terry Shaw in a battle for 4th, though. Side by side into turn number 1. Shaw takes the advantage. Robin McNevin falls to 5th place and looks as though he may have that one disappear on him as well. Terry Shaw with a big push in turn number 2. Might have a tire going down in the 91 car. Gives away the spot to Jack Cross. Down the front straightaway, the 32 and our race winner, Dave Crowther in the L&M Auto Collision Pontiac. The battle for 2nd will go to Jamie Keeler in the 94 machine, and right in beside after running fairly comfortable in 2nd for the last couple laps. Falls to 3rd on the last lap. Matthew Luchford from Oshawa in the Performance Transmission car. As he comes down the back straightaway into corner number 3 past the Performance Racing News sign, the 32 machine of Dave Crowther, sponsored by Ajax Machine, L&M Auto Collision, and Goddard Racing. As he comes down the front straightaway, he'll pick up the checkered flag and go for a victory lap. Could we have a round of applause for Dave Crowther?
Partial funding of this program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.
Get a clear view of the auto racing world. Subscribe to Performance Racing News. Each issue contains articles from international road racing to your local racing heroes. For a trial issue, call toll-free 1-800-667-7223.
Street Stock Heat number 2 about to get underway. Dave Lee from Nestleton leads the crowd down the front straightaway. Bob Kish in the TJT Racing Products Oldsmobile right beside him into turn number 1. Dave Lee Lee slides the car around, trying to hold on to that first spot. Bob Kish has to get it up into the marbles on the high side of 2 and falls back to second. Joe Millette runs third in the Trust Transport 47 car, up beside Kish now into 3. Dave Lee still a race leader. The battle for second place looks to go to Joe Millette down the front straightaway now. Dave Lee, Joe Millette, Bob Kish, Glenn Fricker in beside Bob Kish into turn number 1. Kish again stuck to the high side. Glenn Fricker down low and down the exit of turn number 2. It's Glenn Fricker's spot to be taken. Into third, Glenn Fricker. Jim Rossiter drives into 4th spot beside Bob Kish now. Joe Millette looks to the high side of Dave Lee in turn number 3, but doesn't find any running room. Dave Lee, our race leader. Joe Millette right up beside him down the front straightaway and into turn number 1. Lee doesn't give him a whole bunch of running room and forces him a little to the high side. Millette has to give ground into turn number 2, but down the back straightaway a different story as Millette drives up beside him. Joe Millette and Dave Lee are side by side through turn number 3. A great battle in the street stock heat tonight. Millette and Glenn Fricker now in a battle for second. Glenn Fricker will try Dave Lee. Dave Lee was looking in the mirrors for Joe Millette and may have almost made a mistake there. Glenn Fricker drives down to the inside. Glenn Fricker, side by side with a race leader, takes over first spot down the back straightaway. Glenn Fricker runs first. Jim Rossiter tries to get by as well. Follows Fricker beside Dave Lee into turn number 4 now. Down the front straightaway, a battle for second between Lee and Jim Rossiter. Lee slides the car in turn number 1. Jim Rossiter runs second. Dave Lee and Joe Millette run side by side down the back straightaway. Glenn Fricker, Jim Rossiter, and Joe Millette are 1, 2, and 3.
Well, it was the 4th race of the night, but the second
Glenn
Thunder
Fricker,
car heat.
Jim
Congratulations, Dave Crowther from the pole all the way.
Thank you. Look at the draw.
How's the car running?
Car's starting to work good. I've had a lot of help from a few other drivers in street stock. The previous winner, number 7, Dominic Gallis, he's helped me a lot. And one gentleman in the street stock has been giving me a lot of help, and it's made a difference.
Well, congratulations on the heat win and good luck in the feature.
Thank you.
That's Dave Crowther now. We'll go back to Jim as the race action continues.
Rick Boucher from Oshawa challenging Dave Lee, who led fairly handily earlier on today. Rick Boucher, the 32 car, with the best race of the evening, into a 4th spot now. Dives to the inside of Dave Lee. Lee fights back on the high side of turn number 3. Lee and Boucher are side by side down the front straightaway in a great battle in the middle of this street stock heat. Boucher with the advantage into turn number 1 takes over 4th spot. Dave Lee doesn't want to give it away though. Looks to the inside of turn number 2. Dave Lee drives to the inside but can't hold on to it. Glenn Fricker and Jim Rossiter run 1 and 2. 3rd place is Joe Millette. 4th place now is Rick Boucher, and Dave Lee runs in 5th down the front straightaway. Glenn Fricker and Jim Rossiter run about a car and a half apart down the back straightaway. Glenn Fricker, 3rd in the point standings with 736 going into tonight's racing here at Mosport International Speedway. Glenn Fricker only 7 points behind the orange Jim Rossiter car. The white flag comes up. This is a battle for points as much as anything else. A battle for second place in the street stock standings. Jim Rossiter just ahead in the standings coming into tonight's race in front of Glenn Fricker. The Fricker car, though, the blue and white 18 machine is out front in this heat, though. Glenn Fricker, Jim Rossiter. This one's for bragging rights anyway, and this heat will go to Glenn Fricker. Jim Rossiter finishes second, but only by about half a car length. 5th place will go to Joe Millette. 4th to Rick Boucher, and 5th place will go to Dave Lee, who put on a tremendous battle through most of the race in the street stock heat number 2 here at Mosport International Speedway tonight. The Red Stallion, Ajax, Muffler, Rad, Wilco, and Old Pony Ranch sponsored number 18 car from Pickering when he comes down to pick up the checker. Could we have a big Mosport International Speedway round of applause for Glenn Fricker? Glenn takes the checker for a ride around Mosport International Speedway, and up next we have our Thunder car, heat number 3. The Thunder cars are all set to go here at Mosport International Speedway. To the inside on the pole, the front row for this round will be car number 41, Steve Martin from Pontypool. In beside Steve, I believe we have car number 75 of Trevor Beach from Oshawa. The inside of the next row, the green number 13 machine of Ray Tomset from West Hill. Here they come down the front straightaway toward the green flag, and we're racing here at Mosport. Trevor Beach puts the nose of the 75 car just out front. He's got a real battle on his hands, though, with the Steve Martin car from Pontypool. Steve Martin tries to hold on. Trevor Beach, though, powers down the front straightaway, and up on the outside is car 44, Don Coppins. Side by side, Trevor Beach and Don Coppins run into turn number 3. In behind, the 95 machine of Terry Tomset slides through turn number 4. Everybody settles down. Trevor Beach, Don Coppins, 1 and 2. Terry Tomset runs in third spot into turn number 1. Tomset with the nose of the yellow 95 car in between the two leading cars down the front straightaway. Beach to the inside. Tomset in the middle, and on the outside, Don Coppins 3 abreast into turn number 3. A great battle. Coppins gets stuck in the marbles to the high side and can't find any grip. Terry Tomset puts the yellow number 95 machine on front. Trevor Beach will get him to the wire. Trevor Beach runs in second place. Terry Tomset, though, to the high side in turn number 1 is trying to go around the hard way. To the inside, Dwayne Glassbergen's 72 machine now challenges the race leaders. In behind, Dwayne Glassbergen. In car number 2 is Dan Robinson. Don Coppins falls to 5th place in that battle. And he touched it, doesn't touch it. He gives Dan Robinson a hefty clout at the exit of turn number 4. Robinson goes around, gets the car righted, and will come screaming down the front straightaway. He's all by himself now, but I bet you he wants to have words with Don Coppins before this one's over. Coppins and Don Robinson get a quick lesson in driving automobiles sideways at the exit of turn number 4 here. We've had some changes out front as well as we find Terry Tomset in turn number 4. Our race later, Trevor Beach runs in 3rd place now. Dwayne Glassbergen takes over 2nd.
I have Glenn Fricker now from the Street Stock win. Congratulations. Now you're just 3rd in points, a few back in 2nd. Not very many.
Thank you very much. The car's working really good tonight. We're still over 5 nights to go, so we're not too worried about points. We want to just get out and win some races, and maybe we'll get 2nd, maybe Warbutton. I don't know. He's awful quick again. So.
Well, you have the heat win now. All that's left is the feature win tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's Glenn Fricker. Now we'll go back to Jim with more of some race action.
Down the back straightaway. Out front it is still Terry Tomset from West Hill in the 95 car. The 95 machine has a for sale sign on the passenger side door. If you want to invest in a racing car, you want to do some racing, it's, well, a race leader. At the present time, anyway, Terry Tomset drives the for sale 95 car down the back straightaway just in front of Dwayne Glassbergen. The TJT Racing Products 75 machine of Trevor Beach runs in 3rd spot down the back straightaway. Terry Tomset stands 5th in the point standings, and Dwayne Glassbergen gets into the side of him. Tomset goes around in turn number 1 through the smoke. Everybody drives through it. Looks like a scene out of Days of Thunder over there in turn 4. Terry Tomset manages to keep it rolling and goes from 1st place to 7th place in the space of about 10 seconds. Terry Tomset slides it through corner number 2 and continues to motor along. Dwayne Glassbergen is going to emerge our race winner through the smoke of turn number 4. Glassbergen wins. 2nd goes to Trevor Beach. 3rd goes to Scott Harrison in the Harrison Service number 6 car. What a fun-filled race that was. Dwayne Glassbergen holds on for the victory. The Bergen Hill Kendall Marks Maintenance and Larry Watson Contracting car out of Janetville. The 72 machine will come down the start-finish line and pick up the checkered flag and go for a victory lap. The Blackstock Country Hardware sponsored machine goes down the front straightaway with a checkered flag here at Mosport International Speedway.
Partial funding of this program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.
Get a clear view of the auto racing world. Subscribe to Performance Racing News. Each issue contains articles from international road racing to your local racing heroes. For a trial issue, call toll-free 1-800-667-7223.
Behind the pace car now, the late model Sportsman division here at Mosport International Speedway. On the front row for the Sportsman tonight in car number 23 is Graham Brown from Willowdale. And beside Graham Brown is Bob Moxon, the Elegant Motors TJT Racing and Churchers Auto Service sponsored machine. Bob Moxon's out of Janetville as well as our last race winner. And in beside third place in the crowd is the 93 machine of Dave Boostfield from Milton. The yellow flag is out as just getting out on the racetrack as we're about to go green was the 17 of Alex Hamilton. Alex Hamilton, a little late getting out of the pits, and we're under yellow at Mosport. The two cars that just jumped out on the racetrack catching up to the back of the field, and we're about to go racing again. The 32 machine of Graham Brown from Willowdale is in charge of the field as they go around once more. Brown, Moxon on the outside, Boostfield to the inside, Merv Wald, the orange and blue 31 machine to the outside of the second row. The inside of row number 3 is the 27 of Frank Botto from Markham. Beside Frank in the 0 car is Ken Paston. He's from Caledon. In behind in row number 4, the 25 of Blackstock's Darrell Leatherdale and the TTR Transport machine. And we're about to go green at the exit of turn number 4. The green comes up. Graham Brown leads the crowd into turn number 1 here at Mosport International Speedway. Boostfield gets the car sideways, drives it through the dirt, does a great job of not scooting back onto the racetrack in front of a whole bunch of people, and we've done some excellent driving over in corner number 1. Nobody else gets involved over there. Boostfield gets the car sideways in 1, but carries on. He's now in 6th place. Our race leader is Graham Brown. Bob Moxon runs 2nd. Merv Wald is 3rd. 4th is Ken Paston. 5th is the 27 of Frank Botto. We've got a great battle for 2nd place. All by himself, Graham Brown is driving away from the field. Whether they'll be able to catch him in 10 laps is a good question. Bob Moxon slows down the back straightaway a little and falls to 5th place. Merv Wald and Ken Paston run 2nd and 3rd. Our race leaders, Graham Brown.
I have Dwayne Glassberg, and congratulations on the heat win, the third heat win of the third heat of the night. You started 6th, you're 2nd in points.
The car works good. I can't complain. Nothing really I can say. It just works good. I'd like to say a special thanks to Leatherdale's Motorsport, Darrell and Mike. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. And Blackstock Hardware, Mark's Maintenance, Bergen Hill Kennels, Danville Lions Club, and Larry Watson Contract. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Well, congratulations on the heat win and good luck in the feature.
Thank you.
Dwayne Glassbergen from the Thunder Car Heat. Now we'll go back to Jim with more of the race action.
Down the front straightaway, 4 laps have been completed. We still have Graham Brown on front all by himself. 2nd place now belongs to Ken Paston in the 0 car. Merv Wald runs in 3rd. 4th is Alex Hamilton. 5th is Frank Botto. A big gap now back to the TTR Transport Camaro of Darrell Leatherdale. Graham Brown is our race leader at the halfway mark. 5 laps now have been completed as we've got 4 cars involved in an altercation in turn number 4. At the top of the straightaway, the yellow flag comes up as Gary Mead's car fires over there. A little excess fuel in the exhaust pipe. Gary Mead is okay. Bob Moxon gets out of his car. Involved field over there is car number 28, Randy Gray, who was in the front of it, who has a little fiberglass damage to the back of his machine. Gary Mead's car looks to be all right. Dave Boosfield got his car stopped up against the concrete, but I don't think he contacted anybody. A number of cars got sideways over there. Bob Moxon has some sheet metal damage, and it looks as though Bob will be able to drive the car into the pits. The number 8 machine with a tire gone down on the front of it. Bob Moxon in car number 8 will bring it into the pits. He'll have to put a new shoe on the right front corner, and he'll be back before the night is up. The most disappointed driver in the racetrack has to be Graham Brown. He was all by himself out front, and now under the yellow flag, the field will bunch up behind him, and we've got a brand new race. The white flag along the back straightaway as the cars are in order. We're ready for a restart here at Mosport. Graham Brown is the race leader. Now down the front straightaway under green. Brown leads Ken Paston, Merv Walt, and Alex Hamilton into turn number 2 now. A brand new race. Alex Hamilton, or rather Graham Brown, found himself way out in front of everybody else. We had the yellow flag, and now the field is all bunched up behind him, including Ken Paston. Alex Hamilton, who was driven his way through the field, now finds himself in third spot and challenging for second. Ken Paston, the red number 17 machine, can't quite get by the 0 just in front of him. Ken Paston and Alex Hamilton look to the inside of Graham Brown. Down the back straightaway, 3 abreast into turn number 3. Brown holds on to first place. It looks as though Alex Hamilton will steal the second, though. Alex Hamilton now runs second and looks to take over first into turn number 1. Hamilton drives to the inside. It's still Graham Brown holding on to first spot. Hamilton gets up beside him, though, in turn number 2. Alex Hamilton, Graham Brown falls to second spot. Ken Paston, the 0 machine, runs in third in behind them now. Merv Walt is 4th. Darrell Leatherdale 5th. Gary Mead is 6th. Alex Hamilton is our new race leader. Ken Paston tries Graham Brown to the inside. Hamilton, Paston still trying to get by Graham Brown in turn number 2. Makes it stick. Graham Brown gets sideways, and Randy Gray is totally backwards to the rest of the field in turn number 1. Randy Gray tries to fire the car to get out of harm's way. And down the front straightaway comes our race leader, and Randy Gray can't get the car out of harm's way. The yellow flag comes out here at Mosport. Randy Gray fires the car and will turn it around and rejoin to the back of the field after the spin in turn number 1. Graham Brown, the 23 machine, slows down the back straightaway, though. We're not sure whether there's something seriously wrong with the car or not. The red number 23 machine, which had at one point led this race handily, is almost come to a halt down the back straightaway. Now the car fires somewhat, and he'll bring it into the pits. Unfortunately, Graham Brown's race is run for this heat.
Partial funding of this program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.
A clear view of the auto racing world. Subscribe to Performance Racing News. Each issue contains articles from international road racing to your local racing heroes. For a trial issue, call toll-free 1-800-667-7223.
A great race down the front straightaway. Alex Hamilton is our race leader. Ken Paston runs second. Merv Walt slides the car through 4 into third place. The white flag comes out. 1 lap to go. The late model Sportsman here at Mosport. Once again, Darrell Leatherdale and Gary Mead run side by side. Leatherdale gets in front of him for the 4th spot. The battle for fourth out of turn number 4. Here comes the race leader, Alex Hamilton. Will get the checkered first. Second goes to Ken Paston. Third for Walt. Fourth, Darrell Leatherdale. Holding on for 5th place will be holding on for 5th place will be Gary Mead, though, rather, in front of the 27 of Frank Botto. The 88 car holds on for 5th place.
I have Bob Moxon as the crew goes to work on the number 8 Lumina right behind us. Bob, obviously you're okay, but how's the car?
Well, the car's going to run again. We just kind of got involved in an accident there and ran in the back of everybody and couldn't quite get her stopped.
But no problems, just minor problems with the car.
No, just got a few dings in and it'll be fine.
Okay, well, good luck in the feature, and thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you very much.
That's Bob Moxon, driver of the number 8 Lumina. Now we'll go back to Jim with more of some race action.
We watch Alex Hamilton go around the racetrack with the checkered flag. We're getting ready for Thunder Car heat number 4 from Mosport. Thunder Car heat number 4 underway here at Mosport International Speedway. Our race leader after the drag race to the green, Rob LeBlanc from Pontypool, and the Canadian Tire Lindsay Snap-on and Gore the Cathouse sponsored car. The 03 machine out front all by himself. A heat winner from earlier on, Dominic Galley, and the number 7 machine runs in second. Third place in the 27 car is Don Andrews. Fourth place is car number 76. Or 16, rather. I misread the number over there. The 16 car is Neil Singerling from Oshawa, and right in behind him is the 24 of Sean Hardy. Thunder Car heat number 4 here at Mosport. Rob LeBlanc, Dominic Galley, and the 27 running in third place now, Port Hope's Don Andrews. A bit of a battle further back in the field, just behind the 31 of Kim Powers, the 78 in 00 cars going down the back straightaway, following along. Drew Snap in car number 77 follows Joe Anderson's 00 through 3. Into turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Rob LeBlanc is our race leader. Kim Powers in car number 31 in a pretty fair battle into turn number 1 as well. Two cars running side by side. The Sean Hardy machine in 24 and car number 16, Neil Singerling. Those two with one of the better battles out on the racetrack as it continues into turn number 3. Sean Hardy, Neil Singerling in the 16 car right in behind. Those two machines run nose to tail down the front straightaway. Rob LeBlanc is our race leader in turn number 1. We've got a car in the dirt over in corner number 4. The 00 machine of Joe Anderson is spun into the dirt beside the light pole in between corners 3 and 4, actually. As the race leaders go by, the car is safely out of harm's way in the grass over there, but I don't think it's going anywhere fast. The race leader, Rob LeBlanc, comes down the start-finish line. Dominic Galley still second. Third place, quite handily now, is Don Andrews' 27 machine. And the yellow comes out as we still have the car stuck over in corner number 4. Joe Anderson from Markham in the Linus Muffler green and Ross car will attempt to fire that machine over there and get it back out onto the racetrack. We've got a tow truck headed over there. The 00 car doesn't want to move, so we'll have to move it before the racing gets back underway here at Mosport.
Bucket truck and scaffold equipment for this production has been furnished by Northern Truck Equipment. Located in Whitby, Northern Truck Equipment has a wide selection of trucks and lifts. For more information, call Terry Robichaux at 723-4877. Northern Truck Equipment.
On the green flag restart, Don Andrews gave Rob LeBlanc a real run for his money into corner number 2, but Don Andrews got the car way high in corner number 2. LeBlanc hits it sideways out of turn number 4, but holds on and is still our race leader. Running right in behind him, Neil Singerling tries to hold on to second spot. Singerling and Dominic Galley run side by side through corner number 2. They trade a little paint over there, and they have a drag race down the back straightaway. Dominic Galley will take over second spot. Singerling looks as though he may lose third as well, as Sean Hardy looks to the inside. Sean Hardy in the Eastons and Wallace Auto Supply makes a move for third spot, but can't quite get by on the last lap. Rob LeBlanc is still our race leader. Dominic Galley runs in second once again. Neil Singerling runs in third and slides the car through corner number 2. Up in the high side of 2, has to slow down to keep it off the wall. Sean Hardy goes by to the inside. Hardy goes by. Now challenging him back is Don Andrews as well. Andrews right in behind Sean Hardy. The white flag comes up. 1 lap to go for Rob LeBlanc. LeBlanc, here comes Dominic Galley. Sean Hardy. The 27 of Don Andrews, who has fought back here and now challenges to get back into the top 3 on the last lap. The white flag lap, there is 1 to go. In the middle of the field, Kim Power is being passed on either side, singling on one side, the 77 of Bruce Knapp, to the inside of Kim Powers, as those cars run 3 abreast through 3. Down toward the checkered flag, Rob LeBlanc is our race winner. Dominic Galley will be second, third, Sean Hardy. Fourth will be the 27 of Don Andrews, and Bruce Knapp will finish in the top 5.
With yet another heat win, it's Alex Hamilton in the number 17 car. Alex, you make it look pretty easy out there.
Well, it was working pretty good that heat, but it's a little off yet.
Third in points, still, like I said, looking like the strong one again this weekend.
We hope so, but third in points, we're a long way from the guy in first place. He's got quite a lead on us.
Darrell Leatherdale has like a 90-some-odd point lead, I believe it is, just quickly figuring it out.
Yeah, he's got quite a jump on us, so it's going to take some struggling to even get near him.
Well, congratulations on the heat win. I don't know, it could be another one of those nights for you. Hat trick?
We hope so. Thank you.
Congratulations. That's Alex Hamilton. Now we'll go back to Jim as the race action shall continue on the track in just a moment.
As Rob LeBlanc blows around on his victory lap, the late models go around to warm up. We'll be back with more Green Flag Racing at Mosport International Speedway in just a moment.
Partial funding of this program is provided by Trust Transport, a family-run business transporting goods throughout North America. Call 1-800-263-3719. Or better yet, take your family to the Mosport Speedway to watch them racing car number 47 in the Street Stock Division.